just a drop of water.
A man who once had everything now begs for a single drop of water. The rich man falls to his knees, exhausted. The flames roar louder around him. How could a life filled with wealth, comfort, and endless celebration end in a place like this? To understand his fate, we must return to a city long ago. This is the story Jesus once told about two men and a gate that stood between them. One lived in luxury every day, while the other longed for crumbs. But soon, everything would change. The rich man lived in a house of great luxury. His walls were strong stone. His gates were tall and heavy. Inside, servants moved quickly through the halls, preparing yet another feast. For this man, every day was a celebration.
Hurry, the master will dine soon.
The guests are already arriving.
The rich man dressed in purple and fine linen. In those days, purple cloth was extremely rare. It was dyed from a special shellfish found in the sea. Only the wealthy could afford it. Only the powerful could wear it. And this man wore it every day.
Is everything prepared?
Yes, my lord.
The table overflowed with food, fresh bread, roasted meat, sweet fruits, and wine poured freely. Night after night, laughter filled the halls of his home. To everyone who saw him, this man seemed blessed. A man with power, a man with wealth, a man who lacked nothing but just outside that gate, only a few steps away. Another life was unfolding, a life the rich man chose not to see. Just outside the rich man's gate lay a man the world had forgotten. His name was Lazarus. His body was covered with painful sores. He was too weak to work, too sick to care for himself. So each day, someone laid him at the gate. This gate led to a house filled with wealth, a house where food was never lacking, a house where feasts were prepared every day. And Lazarus waited there, hoping for even the smallest mercy. He longed to eat what fell from the rich man's table. Not the feast, not the plates of meat, just the crumbs. Day after day, Lazarus waited, hungry, weak, forgotten. Even the dogs came and licked his sores. In that moment, animals showed more attention to Lazarus than people did. The rich man passed this gate every day, and every day, Lazarus was there. But the rich man never stopped, never spoke, never helped. Two lives, separated by a gate. One surrounded by luxury, the other surrounded by suffering. But both were moving toward the same moment, a moment no wealth could stop. Day after day, Lazarus lay at the gate. The sun rose and set above him, but his life remained unchanged. He could see the rich man's house shining with light. Inside, laughter echoed. Music danced through the halls. The air smelled of roasted meat, fresh bread, and sweet fruit. And yet, for Lazarus, it was a world beyond reach. All he wanted were the smallest scraps, crumbs that fell from the rich man's table. Not a feast, not a banquet, just a morsel to quiet the gnawing hunger in his belly. Sometimes, when a piece of bread fell to the ground, he reached for it. But often, it was swept away by servants who never noticed him. Every crumb that escaped his hands was a silent reminder that the world had forgotten him. Even the dogs came. They sniffed him. They licked his sores. Not out of malice, not out of cruelty, but because they were creatures of instinct. And yet, in their simple attention, they showed more care than the rich man ever did. Even animals could see his suffering and mourn silently alongside him. Inside the gate, the rich man feasted. Every day, his table overflowed with abundance. the finest meats,
A
the
toast
freshest
to
bread,
good friends and
the
this
sweetest
fine
fruit.
feast. And to the
Every
feast.
desire satisfied, every whim granted. Outside the gate, Lazarus shivered in the dust, his clothes torn, his body covered with sores, his eyes heavy with exhaustion, his stomach aching, empty. 2 lives in the same city, 2 destinies walking side by side. One wrapped in luxury, one wrapped in suffering. And every day, Lazarus waited. He waited for mercy. He waited for the crumbs that might never come. He waited for a kindness that might never arrive. Yet he did not move from his place. He did not complain. He only hoped. And somewhere beyond the gate, the rich man continued in his world of comfort. Unaware, unmoved, unchanged. The gate separated them. Yes. But soon, the true divide would reveal itself. And then, the day came. The day Lazarus's weary body could take no more. No feast, no servant, no hand to help. He closed his eyes for the last time. And though the world scarcely noticed, he was not forgotten by heaven. Angels came and carried him away to a place of honor beside Abraham, a place of rest, a place of comfort. The man who had nothing on earth now had everything that truly mattered. Soon after, the rich man also died. His wealth could not follow him. No servants could carry his comfort beyond the grave. No feasts could feed his soul. Perhaps his funeral was grand. Perhaps many came to mourn. But riches and earthly glory could not buy him what Lazarus had already received. And then he opened his eyes and found himself in torment. Far away, across a great distance, he saw a figure. A man he once ignored. A man he never helped. Lazarus. And beside him, Abraham, the same Lazarus who had lain at his gate, weak and forgotten, now clothed in comfort and honor. The tables had turned. The man who had everything lost it all. The man who had nothing gained what the world could never take away. And the lesson was clear for everyone who would listen to Jesus that day, and for everyone who hears the story now. What we do in this life echoes into eternity. The rich man opened his eyes and saw what he had never seen in life. He saw Lazarus, safe, comforted, at Abraham's side, and he knew that he was utterly lost.
Father Abraham, have mercy on me. Send Lazarus to dip the tip of his finger in water and cool my tongue, for I am in agony in this flame.
My son, remember that you received good things in your life, and Lazarus received evil things.
Now he is comforted here, and you are in agony.
Then I beg you, Father, send him to my father's house. Let him warn my brothers so they will not come to this place of torment.
They have Moses and the prophets. Let them listen to them. If they do not listen to Moses and the prophets,
they will not be convinced even if someone rises from the dead.
The rich man understood, too late, that the choices of this life have eternal consequences. No wealth, no power, no influence could change his fate. The gate he ignored in life had now become eternal. And so the story ends, as Jesus spoke it. 2 lives, 2 paths, 2 destinies. One heeded mercy, one ignored it. One found life, the other found torment. This is the gate of our hearts. The question is not what we possess, but what we do with what we have. Jesus looked at the crowd and spoke. There were 2 men, 2 lives, 2 choices. One lived for himself, surrounded by wealth and comfort. The other lived in poverty, longing for even the smallest mercy. And in the end, their fates were reversed. What the world prizes can vanish in a moment. What the world ignores may be rewarded beyond measure. Do you see the gate? It is not just the rich man's gate, nor Lazarus's gate. It is the gate of your heart. Every act of kindness, every moment of mercy, opens or closes that gate. The choices we make in life, how we treat the poor, the suffering, the forgotten, echo into eternity. No treasure, no feast, no luxury can replace the love, compassion, and mercy we show to others. Remember Lazarus at the gate. Remember the rich man in torment. And choose wisely how you live today. For the life you give to others is the life you truly keep. Even the smallest act of kindness, even the tiniest mercy, matters in ways we may never see, but God sees. 2 lives, 2 choices, 1 gate closed forever, 1 gate open to eternal life. Which gate will you stand at today?